My girlfriend announced, invited my ex to move in with us. He needs a place and you have the space. I looked at her and said, interesting. Then I gave my landlord 60 days notice, only my name was on the lease. 5 weeks later, she was begging her parents to co-sign a new apartment application. I, 29 male, was loading the dishwasher when Amber, 27, said it. Tuesday night, 8:43 p.m. We'd been together 18 months, living in my apartment for the last 7. Kyle's lease fell through. Kyle, her ex from college, the one who'd been texting her more and more lately. The one she swore was just a friend despite him calling her babe in texts I'd accidentally seen. That sucks for Kyle. Yeah, so I told him he could take your spare room, just until he gets back on his feet. I stopped mid-rinse, put down the plate slowly. You told him what? He can move into the spare room. Stop, it's not like you use it for anything. And he's desperate. His roommate bailed and rent in this city is insane. When did you plan on asking me? She laughed, like I'd made a joke. I'm telling you now, he's moving in Saturday. It'll be fine, babe. 3 months tops. I dried my hands, looked at her. Really looked at her. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah. Interesting choice. It's not a choice, it's helping a friend. You're not going to be weird about this, right? Nope, not weird at all. She smiled, kissed my cheek. See? I knew you'd get it. You're the best. Went to take a shower. I pulled out my phone and texted my landlord, Greg. Hey man, giving you the required 60-day notice. I'll be moving out when the lease ends. Let me know what you need from me. He responded in under 5 minutes. Sorry to lose you. You've been a model tenant. I'll start showing it in a few weeks. Want to be there for viewings? Nah, you're good. Whatever works. Started scrolling through apartment listings. Found 4 possibilities before Amber got out of the shower. Saturday. Kyle showed up at 11 a.m. with a U-Haul. I helped him carry boxes like nothing was wrong. Amber kept giving me these grateful looks. Thanks for being cool about this, man, Kyle said, dropping a box in the spare room. Amber said you might have an issue, but you seemed chill. Temporary situation, right? Oh yeah, totally. Few months max, get some cash together, bounce. Amber made lunch. We all ate together. She sat between us on the couch, her body angled more toward Kyle than me. Interesting. That first week, small things. Kyle's gym bag by the door, his protein powder taking up half the kitchen counter, his beard hair in the bathroom sink. Babe, can you ask Kyle to clean up after himself? I said Wednesday night. He's going through a lot right now. Cut him some slack. I'm just asking for basic cleanliness. You're being controlling. Controlling. For wanting someone to clean their own beard hair out of my sink. Second week, it escalated. Got home from work Tuesday to find Kyle's friends in my living room. 4 dudes I'd never met, beers everywhere playing my PlayStation. Hey man, hope you don't mind, Kyle called from the kitchen, just having a few guys over. It was 6 p.m. on a Tuesday. I had work in the morning. How long you guys staying? Not late. Maybe midnight. They stayed until 2 a.m. I had a meeting at 8. When I mentioned it to Amber, God, you can't expect him to just sit in his room all the time. He's allowed to have a social life. In my apartment? Our apartment, she corrected. Check the lease. She went quiet. Third week. Thursday night, got home to find my leftovers gone. The salmon I'd bought specifically for dinner, the rice I'd meal prepped, the vegetables I'd chopped that morning. Kyle was on the couch. Oh dude, was that yours? My bad. I'll get you back. That was dinner, Kyle. Yeah, sorry. I was starving after my workout. There's probably a pizza place nearby. Amber walked in. What's wrong? Kyle ate my dinner. She sighed. It's food. Order something. Don't make it a thing. I made that food this morning for tonight. And he ate it by mistake. Let it go. I ordered pizza. Ate it alone in my room. Started apartment hunting more seriously. The real kicker came week 4. Wednesday. Left work early with a migraine. Walked into my apartment at 2 p.m. Found Amber and Kyle on my couch, her legs across his lap, his hand on her thigh, both of them laughing at something on her phone. They jumped when they saw me. Babe, you're home early. Migraine. Kyle stood up quick. Yeah, I should go make some calls. Job stuff. Disappeared into his room. Amber came over, tried to kiss me. I moved my head. You okay? Fine. You seem upset. Do I? If this is about... It's about my head. I'm going to lie down. Got a text from Greg that night. Got someone interested in the place. Want to show it Saturday at noon. You still don't need to be there? Go ahead. Saturday morning. Let's go out for brunch, I suggested. My treat. Amber's eyes lit up. Really? Yeah. Then maybe hit some stores. Make a day of it. Kyle invited himself, of course, took them to a place across town. Long brunch, took our time, drove to some shops, kept checking my watch. 11:50. Good. We got back around 1:30 p.m. Amber stopped at the building entrance. Why is there a lockbox on our door? Is there? Yeah, and a for rent sign. Kyle pointed. In the window too. Huh. Weird. Got inside. Amber was already texting Greg. Watched her face go from confused to white to red. You gave notice. I did. When? 4 weeks ago. 4 weeks. You're moving? You're leaving? And you didn't tell me? Didn't think I needed to ask permission. It's my lease. Kyle stepped between us. Dude, what the hell? What? Amber's voice was shaking. Where are we supposed to go? Don't know. You've got 5 weeks to figure it out. 5 weeks? That's not enough time. Was enough time for you to find this place originally. Should be enough now. This is different. We live here. Together. No, I live here. You stay here. Your name's not on anything. She pulled out her phone, actually called Greg right there, speaker on. Greg, hi, this is Amber. There's been a mistake. No mistake, Amber. He gave proper notice. I have new tenants signed already. But I live here. I have rights. You're not on the lease. I'm sorry, but legally you have no claim to the apartment. This is insane. The lease ends in 5 weeks. You'll need to be out by then. I'm sorry. She hung up, stared at me like I'd grown a second head. I cannot believe you did this. Funny, I said the exact same thing when you told me Kyle was moving in. That's not the same. It's exactly the same. You made a unilateral decision about my space. I made one about my lease. Kyle tried to play peacemaker. Look, man, I think we all just need to calm down. I'm extremely calm. I found a new place, gave proper notice, and I'm moving. That's it. Amber's voice went up an octave. Where am I supposed to live? Again, not my problem. You've got 5 weeks. Better start looking. Update 1. The next week was spectacular. Amber immediately called every friend she had. The apartment hunt started. Turns out the rental market is brutal when you make $2,600 a month and have $800 in savings. Most places wanted first month, last month, and security deposit. That's close to $7,000 minimum. She had maybe $1,200 total. Kyle was worse. Between jobs apparently meant unemployed for 8 months. His bank account had $340. They tried finding a place together. Went to viewings as potential roommates. Applications rejected within 24 hours. Amber's entitlement went into overdrive. Monday morning, before work, you need to co-sign for us. Excuse me? Kyle and I found a place. 2-bedroom, decent neighborhood, but we need a co-signer. I laughed. Actually laughed? You want me to co-sign an apartment for you and your ex-boyfriend? You have good credit? Stable income? We can't get approved without help. The answer is no. Just like that, enthusiastically no, emphatically no, no in all languages. You're gonna watch me become homeless? You're not gonna be homeless. You're gonna figure it out. Like an adult. She slammed the door on her way to work. Tuesday, Amber's best friend Liz started texting me. What you're doing to Amber is disgusting. I'm moving out of my apartment. You know she can't afford a place. You're ruining her life. She ruined our relationship. We're even. She made one mistake and you're destroying her. She invited her ex-boyfriend to live with us without asking. That's not a mistake. That's a choice. Blocked her Wednesday night. Heard Amber crying in the spare room, Kyle's room. Heard him comforting her. His voice through the wall. He's being unreasonable. You deserve better. The guy living rent-free in my apartment was telling my girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, really, that I was unreasonable. Thursday, I came home to find Amber's mom, Carol, sitting in my living room. We need to talk. About? About what you're doing to my daughter. Moving out? Abandoning her. Making her homeless, after she's been nothing but good to you. Carol, with all due respect, Amber invited her ex-boyfriend to move into my apartment without asking me. I'm removing myself from the situation. She was helping a friend in need, and I'm helping myself, also a valid need. Where is she supposed to go? She's 27. She'll figure it out. Carol's face went red. I want to buy you out of the lease. Can't buy out a lease, I'm surrendering. The landlord has new tenants. Deal's done. There has to be something. There isn't. She stood up. You'll regret this. Karma is real. So are consequences. She left. Friday night, Kyle tried his approach, found me in the kitchen making dinner. Hey man, real talk? Sure. This whole situation, it got out of hand. But what if we all just started over? I'll pay actual rent, help with everything. We can make this work. I'm moving out in 3 weeks. But what if you didn't? I am. Come on, dude, be reasonable. Where's Amber supposed to go? Literally anywhere, just not with me. That's cold. That's consequences. She made a choice, now she's dealing with it. You're punishing her. I'm protecting myself. Different thing. He tried to stare me down. I went back to cooking. He left. Saturday morning, 9 a.m. my phone rang. Amber's dad, Leonard, never called me before. We need to talk about my daughter. Okay. Carol told me you're forcing her out of her home. I'm leaving my apartment. She's welcome to stay if she can get approved by the landlord for a new lease. You know she can't afford that. That's between her and the landlord. So you're just gonna let her end up on the street? She's got 3 weeks and supportive parents. I'm sure she'll be fine. We can't have her move back home, we don't have space. Then I guess she needs to find a place. You're a real piece of work, you know that? I've been told. He hung up. Sunday I was out getting coffee when I got a text from Amber. Can we talk, please? About? Us. Everything. Please, just give me 10 minutes. Met her at a coffee shop. She looked rough, bags under her eyes, hair pulled back. I made a mistake, she started. Okay. Kyle was a mistake. Inviting him here was a mistake. I should have asked you first. You should have. I'm asking you to reconsider, please. Don't move out. I'll make Kyle leave. It'll just be us again. No. Please. Amber, it's not about Kyle living there anymore. It's about what inviting him showed me. What do you mean? You prioritized your ex-boyfriend's housing situation over my comfort, our relationship, and basic respect. You didn't even think to ask me. You just decided. I said I was sorry, and I accept your apology, but I'm still moving. So that's it? We're done? We were done the second you said Kyle was moving in. I just made it official. She started crying. I don't know what to do. I can't find a place. I can't afford anything. My parents won't help if Kyle's involved. I'm drowning. Then let go of Kyle and figure it out. He has nowhere else to go. Neither do you, apparently. Priorities. I left her there. Update 2. 2 weeks left. The desperation reached new heights. Monday, I came home to find mail opened on the counter. My mail. Credit card offers, bank statements. Who opened my mail? Amber came out of her room. That was me. Why? I was looking for your credit report. I need your information for the apartment applications. You need my what? Your income, your credit score. Some places let you use a guarantor's information. I'm not your guarantor, but you could be. If you just... I opened your mail. That's a federal crime. Don't be dramatic. I was just trying to get out. What? Get out of my apartment now. Take Kyle with you. Come back with Carol and Leonard to get your stuff tomorrow. You're done here. You can't kick me out. I have 2 weeks. Watch me. You committed a federal crime. I could call the cops right now, or you can leave voluntarily. She called my bluff. You won't call the cops? I pulled out my phone, started dialing. Wait. Okay, I'm going. She grabbed her purse, stormed out. Kyle followed looking confused. They came back the next day with Carol, loaded up everything in under 2 hours. The apartment felt bigger immediately. Wednesday, I got a call from a number I didn't recognize. Answered anyway. Is this Isaac? Who's asking? This is property manager at Riverside Apartments. Amber listed you as a reference. Did she? Yes. She says you're her current landlord? I'm not her landlord. I'm her ex-boyfriend. She's been living in my apartment without being on the lease. Pause. So you can't verify her rental history? I can verify she's never paid rent to me or anyone else, if that helps. That does not help. Thank you for your time. They hung up. Amber called me 30 minutes later, screaming. You sabotaged my application. I told the truth. You told them I don't pay rent. You don't. You never have. You're destroying my life. You're destroying your own life. I'm just not fixing it for you. Thursday, 1 week left. Greg called. Hey, heads up. Amber's been calling me trying to negotiate taking over your lease. Would you tell her? That I already have tenants signed, and she doesn't qualify anyway, but she's persistent. Called 3 times today. Sorry about that. Not your problem. Just wanted you to know she's trying every angle. Friday night. Heard noise outside my door around 11 p.m. checked the peephole. Amber and Kyle in the hallway with Liz and some other friends. They were planning something. Heard Liz, "If his name's the only one on the lease, can't you claim squatter's rights?" Amber, "Maybe, I've been here long enough." Kyle, "We should just refuse to leave. Make him evict us." I opened the door. They all jumped. Squatter's rights require you to live somewhere for years without the owner's knowledge. I know you're here, and you're leaving in 6 days. Try the illegal route. I'll call the cops and have you trespassed. Your choice. Slammed the door. Heard them scatter. Saturday, Carol called again. "We'll pay you $10,000 to let Amber stay through the end of the year." "The apartment's already rented to someone else, Carol. There's nothing I can do." "You're lying. You're doing this to hurt her." "I'm moving to a new place because I don't want to live with my ex-girlfriend and her ex-boyfriend. This is remarkably simple. She has nowhere to go. She has parents, she has friends, she has options. She's choosing to make this harder than it needs to be." "Fine. Then we're taking her in, but you'll regret this." "I really don't think I will." Sunday, 2 days before lease end. Amber showed up with a lawyer. Actually served me with papers in my own apartment. Some kind of emergency restraining order preventing me from forcing her from her home. Called my buddy Theo, who's a paralegal. "This is garbage," he said, reading it. "She's not on the lease. She has no legal standing. Don't even worry about it. It'll get thrown out in 5 seconds. Showed up to the hearing Monday morning. Judge read the filing, looked at my lease, looked at Amber. "Ma'am, do you have documentation showing you're a tenant at this address?" "I've lived there for 7 months. Are you on the lease?" "No, but do you have any written rental agreement?" "No, but I've been paying." "Do you have proof of payment?" "Canceled checks, wire transfers?" "I've been paying for groceries and..." "That's not rent." Motion denied. "This is a civil matter between you and your ex-boyfriend, not a tenant issue." Outside the courthouse, Amber was in tears. Carol was screaming at me, "You're heartless, soulless. What kind of man does this?" "The kind whose girlfriend invited her ex-boyfriend to live with him." "Have a good day, Carol." Final update, moving day Tuesday. Movers showed up at 8 a.m. Everything that was mine, which was basically all the furniture, all the kitchen stuff, all the electronics, got loaded onto the truck. TV, couch, coffee table, dining table and chairs, bed, dresser, bookshelf, microwave, coffee maker, dishes, silverware, toaster. The movers cleaned me out in 3 hours. Amber stood in the empty apartment looking shell-shocked. "You're taking everything? Everything I bought? Yeah. What am I supposed to sit on? Sleep on? Not my problem." Not my problem. Kyle emerged from his room, stopped dead seeing the empty space. "Dude, seriously?" "Seriously." Did a final walkthrough with Greg. He nodded approval. "Place is in great shape. I'll mail your security deposit. Full amount, no deductions." "Appreciate it, Greg. Sorry about all the drama. You handled it well. If you ever need a reference, I'm happy to provide one." Shook his hand, walked toward my car. Amber followed me to the parking lot. "Where are you even going?" "New place. 1 bedroom, better neighborhood, better building. Only $200 more than I was paying here." Her face went pale. "You could afford that the whole time?" "Yep." "Then why?" "Why did I live here?" "Because the lease was fine and it was close to work." "Why am I leaving?" "Because you made it unbearable." "I made a mistake. I admitted that. Why can't you forgive me?" "Because forgiveness doesn't mean I have to keep living with the consequences of your choices. You wanted Kyle here. Now you've got him. Figure it out together." "We can't find anything. Every application gets rejected. My parents won't help with him around. I don't know what to do." "Sounds like Kyle might be the problem then. He has nowhere else to go." "That's really not my concern." Got in my car. She stood there looking lost. Kyle was on his phone in the parking lot, probably already calling another friend to crash with. Started the engine, drove away. Didn't look back. The fallout was predictable. Amber ended up moving back in with Carol and Leonard. They have a strict no guests policy, which means Kyle couldn't visit. She lasted 3 weeks before Carol started charging her $800 month rent. Last I heard through mutual friends, she's still there, working retail, complaining about how unfair life is. Kyle bounced between friends' couches for about 6 weeks before his parents wired him money to come home. He's back living in his childhood bedroom at 31. Amber tried to maintain the relationship long distance, but he ghosted her after 2 months. Carol and Leonard. Carol blocked me on everything. Leonard sent one email saying I ruined his daughter's life, and he hoped I was proud of myself. I am, actually. Liz in the friend group. Lost about 4 casual friends who thought I was cruel. Kept the real ones who understood boundaries. Worth the trade. The new apartment is incredible. 1 bedroom. Top floor. Huge windows. Actually updated appliances. Got new furniture, stuff I actually like. Set everything up exactly how I want it. Started seeing someone about 2 months after moving. Michelle, pharmacist, has her own place, incredibly clear about boundaries and communication. Told her the whole story on date 3. She invited her ex to move in without asking? Yep. And somehow you're the bad guy? According to her, yeah. She shook her head. People really think actions don't have consequences. They really do. 6 months later, ran into Amber at a restaurant, couldn't avoid it. She was the hostess. Hey, she said quietly. Hey, awkward pause. You look good. Thanks, you too? Another pause. I'm sorry, she said, for all of it. I was selfish. I didn't think about how you'd feel. I just assumed you'd be okay with it because I don't know. I was an idiot. Yeah, you were. Do you think we could ever? No, not even. I'm seeing someone, and even if I wasn't, the answer would still be no, she nodded. Right, of course. Well, I hope you're happy. I am. Good, that's good. She seated my party. Michelle looked at me curiously after. Ex? The ex? The one who invited the other ex to move in? That's the one. Yikes. Yeah, you dodged a bullet there. I really did. Got a text from Greg about 8 months after moving out. Wanted to let me know Amber had contacted him multiple times, asking for my forwarding address or phone number. He never gave it to her. Figured you'd want to know. Also, those new tenants I got after you? Nightmares. You were seriously the best tenant I've ever had. Let me know if you ever need a reference. Save that for future use. The revenge, if you can even call it that, wasn't elaborate. No schemes, no public humiliation, no destroyed property. Just pure, simple consequences. She made a decision that showed me where I ranked in her priorities. Below her ex-boyfriend's housing needs, I made a decision to remove myself from the situation. Legally, properly, with full notice. Everything I did was completely by the book, and somehow that made it more satisfying, because there was nothing she could argue, no authority to appeal to, no angle to work, just reality meeting entitlement, and reality won. Still in my apartment. Still with Michelle, still zero regrets. The best revenge isn't dramatic. It's just living better without them. My girlfriend cheated on me with her coworker, then posted on social media, when he doesn't appreciate you, find someone who does. Making herself the victim. I said nothing, just posted our text history. She'd begged me to take her back 3 times. When her 200 friends saw who the real victim was, I, 29 male, need to get this out because I'm still processing what just happened. So my girlfriend, 27, and I were together 4 years. Not perfect, but solid. We'd been talking about getting a place together, the whole 9 yards. I work in software development, she's in marketing, normal couple stuff. About a month ago, we're having pizza at my place on a random weeknight. She's been weird all week, quiet, but I figured work stress. Then she drops it. I need to tell you something. There's this guy at work. We've been spending time together. It went too far. We kissed multiple times. I'm really confused about everything right now. I just sat there holding my pizza slice like an idiot. 4 years, and this is how it ends? So you cheated on me? It's not that simple. You've been so focused on work, trying to get that promotion. I felt lonely. He actually pays attention to me, listens when I talk, makes me feel valued. Right, my fault she cheated because I was working overtime so we could afford a better apartment. Makes total sense. We went back and forth for hours. She kept saying she needed space to figure out her feelings but still wanted to stay connected and see where things go. Translation, keep me as backup while she tries out the other guy. I told her we're done. Clean break. She cried, called me heartless, said couples are supposed to work through hard times. I didn't budge. She grabbed her stuff and left around midnight, took the spare key I'd given her. That was that. Or so I thought. Next week was quiet. She texted a few times asking to talk. I kept it short. Nothing to discuss. We're done. Please stop contacting me. After the 5th text, I blocked her number. Hurt like hell, but I wasn't going to be plan B. Then everything exploded. My phone started going crazy. Friends, people I barely talked to, even my cousin sending me screenshots. She'd posted on everything, her main accounts, all of it. The post had this filtered photo of her looking sad but pretty. Professional lighting, the works, and the caption? Sometimes you give someone everything and they take you for granted. When he doesn't appreciate you, find someone who does. New chapter starting. Women, know your worth. Don't let anyone dim your light. Self-love, know your worth. Moving on, stronger now. The comments made me want to throw my phone. You deserve so much better, queen. His loss, look at you glowing. Men really ain't it. Go get yours, girl. I knew he wasn't treating you right. You're too good for him. Over 200 comments, all supporting her, all painting me as some horrible boyfriend who didn't appreciate his amazing girlfriend. My best friend called, "Dude, what is she doing? She cheated on you." Apparently rewriting history. I stared at that post for probably 20 minutes. The absolute nerve. She cheated. She wanted to explore her feelings with coworker guy. I ended it. And now she's online playing the victim? But here's the thing about me. I'm a software developer. I document everything, back up everything, including text conversations. During that week of silence after the breakup, she'd actually texted me a bunch before I blocked her. And those texts told a very different story than her public victim narrative. I'd screenshot them all out of habit. Something told me I'd need proof someday. Went through my cloud storage and found them. 3 separate conversations where she begged me to take her back. Each one following the same pattern. Start with blame, end with desperation. First round of texts, 2 days after the breakup. I can't believe you're throwing away 4 years over one mistake. I was honest with you. Most guys would appreciate that. Do you know how hard it was to tell you the truth? Can we please just talk? I miss you so much. I ended things with him already. You're who I want to be with. Please don't give up on us. We can fix this. Second attempt, 4 days later. It's been almost a week and you won't even listen to me. You're being really cruel right now. I made a mistake, but you're punishing me forever? I chose you. Doesn't that matter? We can get through this if you'd stop being so stubborn. I love you. That has to mean something. Third try, almost a week after. Fine, I get it. You've made your decision. I tried to make this work. I really did. But I guess you never loved me the way I loved you. I was willing to fight for this relationship. You're just giving up like it meant nothing. This is your loss, honestly. Don't come crawling back when you realize what you threw away. Every single conversation showing her desperate to get back together, then getting mad when I said no. I sat on those screenshots for a couple days. Part of me wanted to take the high road, just let it go. Then my mom called. Honey, Mrs. Patterson from church asked me about you and your girlfriend. Said she saw something online about you not appreciating her. What's going on? My own mother had to hear about this from church friends. That's when I decided, screw the high road. I made one post. Simple, no essay, no rant, just facts. I put together a side-by-side image. Left side, her victim post. Right side, screenshots of her begging texts with my short responses visible for context. Caption was straightforward. Interesting narrative. Here's the actual text history from someone who knows their worth. Timestamps don't lie. Tagged her. Posted it public. Went to bed. Update 1. I woke up to my phone having a seizure. My post had blown up, like really blown up. Over 500 reactions, hundreds of comments, shared 80+ times. But more importantly, people who'd commented on her original victim post were now asking questions. Her comments section had turned into a war zone. Hold up, you begged him back? So you cheated and then blamed him? Girl, this is embarrassing. You should probably delete this. She'd tried damage control in the middle of the night. Posted a whole rant on her stories, which of course people screenshot and sent me. Context matters. Those texts were taken out of context. He was emotionally manipulative and I was trauma bonded. You don't understand what I went through. Stop believing everything you see online. Except my screenshots were pretty damn clear. Hard to claim context when you literally texted, I ended things with him. You're who I want. My best friend called laughing. Bro, her coworker just posted something. You gotta see this. The coworker. The guy she supposedly had this deep connection with. He'd made his own post. There's been some confusion online recently. I want to clarify that any connection between myself and her name was strictly professional. We collaborated on one project. Nothing inappropriate happened. I'm in a committed relationship and would never disrespect my partner. Please stop tagging me in drama I'm not part of. I actually cracked up. According to her confession, they'd kissed multiple times and she was confused about her feelings. According to him, nothing happened and he's got a girlfriend. So either she made the whole thing up or he was lying to save his own relationship. Either way, she looked terrible. She responded to his post with another story rant. Wow. Just wow. So men really do stick together, huh? Don't worry everyone. The truth always comes out eventually. By afternoon, her original victim post was deleted. But the internet is forever. People had saved everything. Then her best friend got involved. Long post about believing women and public humiliation and how I was weaponizing private conversations. He violated her privacy by sharing texts without consent. That's literally illegal in some states. This is textbook abuse. Real men handle things privately, not by humiliating their ex online. The comments under her friend's post were brutal. She posted first making him the villain. He just defended himself with receipts. Maybe tell your girl not to cheat and lie. Privacy? She violated the whole relationship, LMAO. I didn't respond, didn't need to. Next day, I got a voicemail from an unknown number. Her mother, this is Mom's name. I raised my daughter better than this public spectacle you've created. You two need to handle this like adults. What you did, posting those private messages, that's childish and spiteful. She made a mistake, yes, but you've humiliated her. Her entire family has seen this. Take down that post. Be a man and call me back so we can resolve this properly. Be a man. Funny how that phrase only comes out when they want something from you. I didn't call back. Didn't touch the post. Weekend rolls around and she posts again. I'm taking a break from social media to focus on my mental health. The harassment and bullying I've received has been overwhelming. To everyone who sent hateful messages, I hope you never experience having your worst moment exposed publicly. I'm seeking therapy and working on healing. #mental health matters. Comments were mixed. Some people felt bad for her. Others weren't buying it. Her best friend commented, "Stay strong, babe. You're handling this with so much grace. The real ones know the truth." Meanwhile, apparently the coworker's girlfriend had found out everything. She dug through his phone, found messages between him and my ex, and dumped him. Then posted her own rant about homewreckers and lying cheaters without names, but everyone knew who she meant. 3 relationships destroyed because of this mess. But that therapy and mental health post got me. She was positioning herself as a victim of online bullying when she'd started the whole thing by publicly lying about why we broke up. I didn't post anything else though. The truth was out there. Anything more would just look like I was piling on. That night I got a text from a number I didn't recognize. "You happy now?" I'm a complete joke. My coworkers know everything. My family knows. Everyone thinks I'm a liar and a cheater. Was destroying my reputation worth it? We could have handled this privately, but you chose to go nuclear. I'll never forgive you for what you did. I stared at that message for a while. Part of me felt guilty, like maybe I took it too far. Then I remembered her post, how 200+ people believed I was some jerk who didn't appreciate his girlfriend. How my own mom had to defend me based on social media lies. I replied, "You posted first. You made our breakup public. You lied about what happened. I corrected the record with proof. If you're embarrassed, that's because of your own actions. Don't contact me again." Block that number too. Update 2. Things should have died down. They didn't. About a week later, I'm at work and get called into my manager's office. My stomach dropped. He looked uncomfortable. "Got an interesting call today. Someone claiming to be concerned about your conduct. Said you'd been harassing an ex-girlfriend online, posting her private information, and they wanted to alert us to what kind of employee we have." My blood went cold. She called my job. She actually called my workplace. She explained everything. I explained everything. The cheating, her victim post, my response with receipts, showed him both posts on my phone, the full context. He relaxed. "Okay, that makes way more sense. I didn't think this sounded like you, but I had to follow up. This is clearly personal drama outside of work. Just keep it that way and we're good. But if she contacts this office again, that's harassment and we'll handle it accordingly. I thanked him and left. My hands were shaking. She'd tried to mess with my job. That crossed a serious line. That evening I noticed I'd been tagged in multiple posts. Her best friend again, plus another one of her friends. Best friend's post, daily reminder that posting someone's private messages without permission is literally a form of abuse called digital violence. Abusers will weaponize anything to control and humiliate their victims. Believe women. Other friend posted, some people will really destroy your entire life just because you chose yourself over them. Says everything about their character. Hall. Both tagged me. Neither mentioned me by name, but it was obvious. My friends saw it and started defending me in the comments, which turned into arguments, which ended with her best friend blocking everyone who disagreed. Then her mother called my mother. Mom called me after. What in the world is happening? Her mother just spent 20 minutes crying on the phone, saying you've been cyberbullying her daughter, that she's barely eating, can't sleep, had to take time off work because she's so distressed. I explained everything again, sent Mom the screenshots. Jesus Christ, my mom said. She really tried to destroy your reputation first, huh? Yep. Well, her mother doesn't see it that way, thinks you're the devil incarnate. I told her to get the full story from her daughter before calling me again. She hung up on me. Great, now we had feuding mothers. Next evening, I'm hanging with friends trying to forget this mess when my phone starts buzzing. DMs from accounts I don't know. First one. Hey, I'm friends with Name. What you did was really messed up. She's having panic attacks because of you. You won't even let her explain her side. Real mature posting texts like that. You're honestly trash. Then another. You're an abuser and karma's coming for you. Another. Imagine being so insecure you gotta humiliate your ex online instead of being a man about it. I was getting coordinated harassment from her friends. Multiple people messaging me at the same time. I screenshot them all and made another post. Currently receiving harassing messages from strangers because I defended myself with facts. This is what happens when you tell the truth. The liars send their flying monkeys. To everyone DMing me hate, she cheated, tried to paint me as the villain publicly. I showed proof otherwise. That's the story. Move on with your lives. That post made things worse for her. People who'd been neutral now saw she was running a harassment campaign through her friends. Then one of her friends cracked, commented publicly on my post. I was friends with her for 3 years, but this is getting ridiculous. She told me straight up she cheated and was mad you wouldn't take her back. Now she's acting like the victim. I'm done defending this. That comment got shared everywhere. Someone who'd actually been her friend confirming my side. Few days later, she posted again, so much for her social media break. Update, I filed a police report for cyberstalking and harassment. The screenshots posted were obtained and shared illegally without my consent. My lawyer is preparing a cease and desist letter. To everyone who supported me, thank you. The legal system will handle this properly now. My buddy, who's a lawyer, called me immediately. Dude, don't worry, she has zero case. Those texts were sent to your phone. You didn't hack anything. You can screenshot and share messages sent to you. The cops won't do anything about this. You sure? Positive. She's trying to scare you into taking down the post. Don't. You did nothing illegal. I left everything up. Final update. It's been over a month since this whole nightmare started. Time to close this out because I'm exhausted. The police report went exactly nowhere. A cop called me, asked what happened. I explained and showed everything. He basically said, this is a relationship issue, not criminal. Stop posting about each other. And that was it. The cease and desist showed up in my mailbox a few days later. Looked like she'd used some cheap online template service, not even a real lawyer. It demanded I remove all posts with her image or messages, post a public apology, and cease all defamatory statements immediately. My lawyer friend wrote back, my client exercised his First Amendment right to defend himself with truthful information. No defamation occurred, as truth is an absolute defense. No further response will be provided to this matter. Never heard anything back. But here's where everything really collapsed for her. Turns out her company has strict social media policies. The kind where, if your online drama reflects badly on the business, they can take action. Someone, actually multiple people based on what I heard, sent HR screenshots of her original victim post, my response, and all the drama that followed. She had the company name in her bio. Her profile was public. Her posts could be seen as representing them. And the whole cheat on boyfriend, lie publicly about it, get exposed, then try to play victim thing? Yeah, that didn't look great for the company brand. Found this out through a mutual friend who still works there. She got called into a meeting with HR. Wasn't fired, but got a serious warning. Remove company affiliation from all personal social media. Keep your private life actually private. Next incident means termination. She deleted everything, every single post about the situation. All her accounts went private. The victim post, gone. Her defense posts, gone. Everything. But screenshots are forever. People had saved it all. The coworker she'd been involved with got fired. His now ex-girlfriend found real proof of inappropriate messages, reported it to their company. They investigated, found he'd violated fraternization policies, and then lied during the investigation. He was gone within a week. His ex posted a detailed call-out of both him and my ex, with receipts, using full names. It spread through their professional network. Both their reputations in that industry are pretty much trashed. The best friend who'd been defending her so aggressively found out my ex had been talking trash about her behind her back for months. Someone leaked those messages. Their friendship exploded spectacularly with public unfriending and vague posts about fake people and snakes in the grass. Her mother stopped calling my mother after my mom apparently told her exactly what she thought about raising a daughter who cheats and lies. Don't know the details, but mom seemed satisfied after that conversation. Socially, my ex lost a lot of friends. People who'd commented "Yas Queen" on the original post either quietly unfollowed or actively distanced themselves. Nobody wants to be associated with that kind of mess. As for me, I'm alright. Not gonna lie, the betrayal still stings. 4 years is a long time to invest in someone who turned out to be that manipulative. Lost a few mutual friends who thought I went too far posting the texts. They said I should have ignored her post, been the bigger person, handled it privately. But here's what I learned. Being the bigger person doesn't work when someone's actively destroying your reputation. Sometimes you have to defend yourself publicly, even if it gets messy. Work is fine. My manager appreciated me being upfront when she called, said it showed character to be honest about the situation. Took down my response post last week, not because I regret it, but because I don't need it anymore. The truth is out. Everyone who matters knows what actually happened. Keeping it up felt like holding on to anger I don't want anymore. Changed all my social media to private. Not hiding, just setting boundaries. If I date again someday, that person won't find a public record of this mess. Started therapy. Turns out getting cheated on and then publicly villainized does a number on your head. Working through trust issues and learning to spot manipulation earlier. She sent one final message through a mutual friend a couple weeks ago. Tell him I'm sorry for everything. I was hurt and handled it badly. I hope someday he can forgive me. I told the friend, thanks for passing that along. I don't need to respond. Because her apology doesn't change anything. She cheated. She lied publicly. She tried to destroy my reputation. She sent friends to harass me. She called my job. An apology after all that? Only after facing consequences? That's not remorse. That's damage control. I don't forgive her. Maybe someday for my own peace, but not now. And definitely not because she sent a secondhand message. Someone asked if the public exposure was worth it. Honestly? Yeah. She tried to make me look like someone who didn't appreciate her, who took her for granted, made me the bad guy to hundreds of people. If I'd stayed quiet, that would have been my reputation forever. Instead, people know the truth. She cheated, begged for me back 3 times, then played victim when I said no. Did it get messy? Absolutely. Did it spiral way beyond what I expected? For sure. But my reputation survived intact. I can live with that. To everyone who sent supportive messages, thank you. To the few who said I was wrong, I respect your opinion, but I disagree. Sometimes defending yourself means showing the truth publicly. That's not revenge. That's refusing to be lied about. Done with this chapter now. Time to actually move forward.